2015 was absolutely the toughest winter we had this past winter. It was extremely difficult. We made a lot of changes and laid a great foundation in 2015 to set us up for this year, but that came with some cost, and it was really tough. At the beginning of this year, I wasn't even able to take a salary. Money got so tight. I wasn't able to take a salary until April, and I had talked to a consultant over the winter about it, and he actually told me that he didn't know how we stayed in business through the summer of last year, with some of the cuts that we had made as far as commercial clients go. And my wife was just about fed up with it. She was ready to quit on the business. She was just tired of all the stress and heartache that was coming with it. Then I also had a salesman that had been with me for quite some time. And he had become a poison to the company. He made everybody's lives miserable around him, and he had become a friend to me. He had been with us for several years, and I considered him a friend. But one of the employee sessions that we had this past year talked about people that will get us to one level as far as growth goes, but they're not going to get you to the next. And between our financial stress and dealing with this guy every day, I hated coming to work every day. I was absolutely miserable with the business. My wife was also tired of hearing me complain about it, and so I had to make a decision, and it was time to move on, and so I ended up letting him go. Well, it wasn't but a couple of weeks later that my operations manager quit, and so for a short time there, I really had no idea what I was going to do. That was two key people that I had relied on heavily in the previous 3 years that were gone, just like that. With people being one of the biggest issues I was having going into this year, that was obviously something I had to put a lot of my attention on. I had let go my office manager at the end or towards the end of 2015. I had gone through so many of them and could never find a good fit that towards the end of the year I decided we're just gonna take our time to try to find the right fit. And through the second session that we had on employees, talking about the Colby test and Jason Cupp coming in and giving us a lot of good information on that, I decided that I was going to go that route as far as getting someone that has the right instincts to fit the job, to try to get a rock star employee in here. So that's what I did. I wanted to find someone that fit culturally. I wanted to find someone that fit skill-wise and then instinct-wise as well, to really fit the position that we had. And I'll be honest, we went through a lot of candidates that I thought were great candidates, and I was having to really rely on Jason because I would send him these candidates and we'd do a Colby test on them, and I'd be like, wow, these are great candidates. I think it's going to be a great fit. They're going to do a great job. And he would say, no, absolutely not. They don't fit the right instinct-wise. They're not a fit. Don't give them the job. I was like, all right, well, there was a lot of candidates like that we went through. So it was kind of stressful dealing with that. But I told myself over and over again, we're going to hold off. We're going to do this right. We're going to make sure we have the right fit. And that's what we did. Finally, we got a candidate in that was a fit culturally wise, skill-wise she was fine, and then she also was a match on the Colby score. And Jason told me to pull the trigger. He said, you need to hire her. She was even a little more expensive actually than I wanted to pay. She wanted a little more money, and when I went to Jason and told him that, I was like, she's a little more than what I can afford. I don't think I can do it. And he told me I was crazy. He's like, if you have a match, you need to pay her. Like, just do it. It'll be worth it. Trust me. So I did. I trusted him, and I'm so glad that we waited, because this new office manager had just taken that position and run with it. She's just taken charge and taken ownership of it, and is doing a better job than I could have ever imagined doing, even by myself. It's just a testament to what being patient and really digging down and trying to find the right people to put the right position can do for your company. It can help you just take it to the next level, and that's exactly what she's done. On top of that, for as far as operations are concerned, I had to do something, and I needed an operations person. That's the thing that filled my time the most, is operations. Dealing with quality control, rolling the crews out in the morning, making sure we have all the materials ordered and stuff like that. I mean, that can just suck all your time and energy from the day. And then you can't focus on the things you need to be focusing on, like marketing and hiring more people. So I really was at a loss as to what we were going to do operations-wise, but was actually able to find somebody within the company. The delegation session was really key for me. We talked about how people around us are a lot more capable of doing more than we actually think they are. And that was absolutely the case for me. I had this foreman that had been with me for some time now, and that's all he was. And this year he really showed that he was capable. And as soon as I saw that and brought him up and started training him and giving him the information that he needed and telling him what it was that I needed from him, he has taken that position and run with it and is performing better than our previous operations manager was before. He's taken that position and he's doing a better job than I was doing on my own on there, that I could do myself even. He's taken it to the level that I don't have to think about the mowing crews. I don't have to think about rolling the crews out in the morning. I don't have to think about ordering materials or equipment maintenance or quality control. He has taken it upon himself to take charge and take ownership. So what that has meant for us as far as those two new hires goes, it's really been incredible this year with everything that we built upon from last year, as far as improving our sales process and simplifying it and simplifying our pricing and all the work that we put down, that foundation we laid last year. Our sales didn't take a hit at all this year without a salesman. Our close rate is at 53%. That's actually higher than it was last year. Our office manager and my part-time office girl have been able to take all the sales calls, get all the lead letters sent out, all the welcome packages, all that stuff that we put so much work into. We created such a process and such a good system that we didn't miss our salesmen at all, and that just blows my mind altogether. And that's also a testament to what kind of people you put around you. Last year we added 418 customers total for the entire year, and that was with a full-time salesman and operations manager and all these people, overhead people to handle it. We took those away and we've increased our sales for the year, increased the number of customers that we've added. So the things that we're doing, these marketing tactics that the Academy's given us, they're working very well. It's been like a well-oiled machine. It continues to, the more we do it, the more it continues to be successful, and the more success we've had in it. And I'm really looking forward to what we're going to be able to do with everything that we've gotten this year and last year in 2017 to build off of that. We've also, revenue-wise, we are going to have an 18% increase in 2016 from 2015. I talked about last year how we got rid of tons of commercial contracts. We wanted out of the commercial business. We wanted to focus on all residential, and we even had we started doing that in 2014, and we had some overlap with some of those contracts into 2015. Well, if you take those out of the picture, our growth has been astronomical, and it's been all residential. So 18% increase in revenue, and that's with most of the year without our full-time operations manager that we had. So all of it's a testament to the systems, to the processes, to everything we've been able to build over the last 2 years, and every bit of that's come from the Academy, come from the sessions, come from the people in the Academy that we get to talk to. from the meetings, from everything that we get to bounce off of people. Having those two key people leaving the company has exposed some real inefficiencies that we had, and we're now more efficient than we've ever been, overhead-wise and field labor-wise. Overhead-wise because we've got less people and they're doing the same amount of work that we were doing with twice as many people in the office. And field labor-wise, I mean, this new field manager / operations guy that's working with the crews has just been able to really stay on top of their job times, really stay on top of their production, rolling them out in the mornings. I mean, we're more efficient than we've ever been before. What this has all meant to me personally is I've realized just how important it is to have the right people around you, and how having the right people around you can drastically change the mood of the company, the culture of the company. I'm a lot happier now. I want to come to work every day. I enjoy coming to work and seeing my employees and spending time with them. They all do a much better job. They all like coming into work as well. So one of our biggest goals for me and my wife has been for her to not have to work as much, so that we can start a family. And this year we've reached that goal. We're at the point where she can take off work and not have to work so much, and we can begin to start our family. We're in the beginning stages now of adoption. We've started that whole process, and it's really been just phenomenal to watch it all come together. Also, as far as operations goes, we've been wanting to add pest control for quite some time to our service offering, and once we lost our operations manager, I thought it was going to be impossible for this year, but we were able to do it with the guys that stepped up and took over those positions for me, and we still had the manpower and the means to get pest control launched, and that's just been phenomenal. It's been something we wanted to do for a long time, and we finally got to do it.